Hello, you beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome back to Whisper of Machina, and today we are moving on, I guess. We saved the baby, gave her, well, we saved Munchkin, I guess, and let's move forward. Is it night now? So I'm guessing we have to find Melinda now, but still don't know how.
Let's see here.
Zoom!
It's a map of a secret hideout of some kind. Looks like the entrance is hidden behind a fridge in the east junk pile, just past the tunnel.
So I was supposed to open the fridge.
Oh, there's some kind of switch under here.
Fascinating.
There we go.
Fascinating! There's electrified fence.
Can't get too close. That's really high voltage. I need to find someone who knows their way around electronics.
Volter? Okay, I guess. This back and forth is getting out of hand, by the way. Let's just see if we can crawl. No jokes, by the way.
Allie? Feeling rested yet?
Hello, Walter. Need help with electricity? Yeah.
Hi again.
Hey there. What?
Hey, do you know your way around electronics?
No way! He just happened to accidentally construct a store filled with robots. Let me guess, you flunked Deduction 101?
Yes, I did.
Don't mind him. Yes, I do know a thing or two about that.
Don't mind him.
Well, great. I need you to come with me to disconnect the power to a thing. A trap.
Oh, I'd love to help, but I can't leave the store like this. Got an important customer today. Why don't you check with Lisa over by the museum? She can probably help you out.
Oh, Lisa is still
The
working?
woman who was fixing that broken power pole?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay.
Alright, thanks.
I was about to interact with Lisa again. I thought it was more like a mob character, you know? It's like, I'm there, then I'm gone. Just here to block your way and piss you off. Great, thank you.
Hey, there's an electrified fence in the junk heap. I'd like to disconnect it.
Oh, you should be able to do that from the power station just outside the entrance. Here, you can borrow this key to open the door.
Great,
you.
thanks.
There is a generator? I don't remember seeing a generator. Guess my memory's failing me. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, you mean this place? Okay.
I don't have enough information to mess with the power yet. I should investigate the tunnel more thoroughly first.
The tunnel?
I
What
don't have-
tunnel?
I don't...
What tunnel? What tunnel are you talking about? Disconnect everything.
I don't
like
have
a,
enough-
like a blue chat. Jokes about what tunnel?
I don't see...
I was hoping to find some card fingerprints so we knew which one was which, but I guess they never turn off the power. How do I know which one is which? Do I need a map? I don't know. Pneumatic arm.
It's a hefty pneumatic arm, used to push that refrigerator open. There's a sticker on the transformer it's connected to, saying 215 volts to 240 volts.
Okay.
I'll write it down.
Can I see anything here?
I can see a small sign near the end of the cable. It says 230 volts to 240 volts. I'll write it down.
Okay, cool there.
That power cord seems to be... I need to find...
Okay, perfect. So I only know the voltage. I guess doesn't really help, but to me at least. Okay, I didn't expect this kind of puzzle.
Pneumatic door, 215 volts to 240 volts. Electrified gate, 230 volts to 200...
So I have to disconnect.
They're live. I should turn off the power first.
Okay.
Ah, good. It still displays the expected voltage. When I have the voltage I want, I should be able to simply turn the main breaker back on, and that voltage will be fed to the grid.
So I'm guessing we need still the voltage to, in order to open the door, but still. So it's 245 now. Oh my god, this is... It's a math problem. Oh, I see. So instead of... I think it's 35. I think I did it 35. Then 225. Wait, is this right? No, I don't think so. 250, 45, 40. Should be right?
I think that's it.
Okay, yeah.
I should
okay,
go check
perfect.
out the gate.
Jesus, thank you for thank you to confirm it for me. That was messy. That looks poorly made. Took me too much too. That was so badly made. I don't know why. Just could not think straight, to be honest. Okay, seems good.
Ugh, it's stuck.
Lose your brain. Melinda, is your friendly neighborhood? Oh shit!
Don't move.
They're shooting at me already.
Oh, wait, you're that city cop. Fuck, I was expecting... Ugh. Today is not your day, sister. I'm sorry. I can't let you leave.
I know. Oh,
All this better be worth it.
I got shot. I'm surprised. Well, it makes kind of sense. They shoot me. But how do I?
My service pistol. The battery.
Do I simply shoot back?
Don't move. Oh, wait, you're that city cop. Fuck, I was expecting... Ugh. Today is not your day, sister.
My service pistol. The battery.
Gah! Shit!
Damn, I was quick.
Well, what are you waiting for? Finish me off then.
Step away from the weapon. Get on your knees and turn around.
Ow! Fuck, this hurts! Oh,
You were shooting,
sister.
gonna shoot me.
you win.
So, you believe that the killer is after you now?
Makes sense.
I know he is. He got Maya and Carl. I'm next, obviously.
Let's not forget Leonard Dahl. He was butchered this morning.
Leonard? The recycling guy? Jesus, I had no idea. That's odd.
Yeah, that's odd.
Odd how?
Because
He's not part
actually,
of it.
I have to give you the whole story for it to make sense. Carl and I wanted a
great.
child, but I can't.
Yeah.
I have
had a
viable
feeling.
eggs, but there are other complications.
Well. I understand your desperation. You took a calculated risk and it had dire consequences. My condolences, however, written luck doesn't mean you can break the law of life isn't fair. I can relate, me and my partner, well...
I understand your desperation. You took a calculated risk, and it had dire consequences.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So anyway, we came into contact with a woman called Maya Strand who claimed that she could help us have a baby.
Okay.
She'd built a replica of an old womb tank. Forbidden technology,
Fair
of
enough.
course.
I see. And what did she want in return?
The baby?
Our help with some of her other shady experiments. The lady was somewhat frail. She couldn't handle much heavy labor. She eventually revealed that she was a self-proclaimed member of the Conduit. Probably figured we had too much to lose to turn her in. She was right.
Yes, I found the conduit connection. Playing with fire.
Yeah, so Carl and I decided to play along until after the birth and then escape Nordsund as a family.
So you merely pretended to sympathize with conduit beliefs, and then Maya was murdered.
Yes, EPOs did it, I'm sure. Those assholes must have found out.
EPOS. That rings a bell.
Earth Preservation Orthodox Society. anti-tech group. You must have heard of them over at the Bureau.
Yes.
Used to be terrorist classified.
Oh, yeah. I remember. So they have a church here in Nordsund?
What?
Yep, near the old mall in Northtown. Big place.
Can't really go
They
around
get
killing
visitors from
people.
all over.
Yeah, actually. Why do you believe the app was responsible for the murders? For me, it sounds a little bit far-fetched.
Why do you believe EPOS is
I
responsible
think it's
for the
something
murders?
personal here.
Who else? There's only one group still violently opposing the conduit, and that is EPOS.
There's a hole in this murder theory, though. Leonard Dahl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No idea how that guy fits into all this. Could be unrelated.
Yeah, I have a strong feeling that he was unrelated. My only mind is that the guy was trying to get rid of the evidence of the murder, but still, you know, someone can argue this collateral damage, but still doesn't really make sense to me.
So you didn't know Leonard at all? He wasn't a member of your group?
Yeah?
Not as far as I know, but Maya kept us on a need-to-know basis. It's possible that she worked with him in some way.
If all of this is true, why did you take a new name when you came to Nordsund?
It's a long story, but I left a life that was pretty ugly. I had to escape an abusive boyfriend. I needed a fresh start here in Nordsund. The nickname thing just happened. It felt natural, and then, well, I guess it stuck.
That doesn't explain why your relationship with Carl was kept a secret, though.
Carl and I happened really fast. It wasn't so much intentionally kept a secret, it just never became a public thing. When we started collaborating with Maya, we obviously had all the more reason to keep things quiet.
Well, I'm going to give all of this some thought and report to my superior. I'll be back later if I come up with more questions.
Okay, before you go, just the womb tank. The nutrients must be running low by now. Without replenishment, he could be hurt. Even die.
You don't need to worry. I replaced the canister today. The baby was fine.
You have no idea how much that means to me.
Let me see
Thank
if
you.
it is.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm quite confident the moment we're gonna leave, someone's gonna come in and kill her.
I need to pick your
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you some stuff before you're going to die.
So tell me what you know about the conduit.
I doubt they're anything to worry about. If there are other members out there, I'd wager they're just as loony as Maya.
So Maya was on her own? There was no contact with any other conduit cells?
Not as far as I know, but I didn't really care to find out either.
Okay, can you tell me about Carl?
What can you tell me about Carl?
I'd rather not talk about him. It hurts too much.
I understand. Sorry.
Damn it. Can you talk more about yourself?
What can you tell me about yourself?
Other than this mess with Maya I got tangled up in, I'm just a teacher trying to get by. I moved here a few years back, met Carl, and, well, you know the rest.
Try to make a baby, couldn't make a baby. Asked to a weird witch to help us to make a baby, but the witch asked us for a favor in exchange, but the favor was too bad because he was a fucking witch. Then you got entangled with the bullshit, and now you're fucked. And now you have a artificial baby to take care of that is still somehow inside your womb.
Do you know Commissary Anderson?
No, but he seems to be the kind of leader who only uses the carrot, never the stick.
Do you know Stina Ruth?
I know who she is, but we haven't met.
What can you tell me about Maya?
Oh, she really was the epitome of a mad scientist. Her crazy little experiments had no regard for the law, ethics, or even common sense.
Yeah.
Sure, she had moments of clarity, like when she built our womb tank, but most of the time she was just a nutcase.
What about her conduit beliefs?
That was something different, something more coherent. I think she saw AI as, like, a step on the evolutionary ladder. She used to talk about how the most intelligent beings deserve to rule the Earth.
Sounds like she had an elitist streak.
Ooh.
You could say that. She didn't think too highly of most people.
Wonder what happened.
What's your opinion on Walter?
Personally, I can't stand that guy. He has to crack a joke every 5 seconds. Drives me crazy. The kids love him, though, so I suppose he's all right.
What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
I don't know much about him. I never really needed a doctor since I moved here.
What about your fertility problems? You didn't consider seeing the doctor before resorting to Maya's help?
Yeah.
I wish that was an option, but my condition was thoroughly diagnosed before I moved here. It's chronic.
It's chronic?
Do you know Gabriel?
The cop? Not really, but I think he has a crush on me. Always looks at me funny.
Great instinct, by the way.
All right, I got what I needed for now.
Good. Talk to you later.
You showed a murder weapon?
That's evidence. I shouldn't show it.
Damn it. Tape to Maya?
So I found this tape in the museum.
Let me guess. Some conduit ravings of Maya's?
Something like that, yeah.
I wouldn't try to make sense of it. She was quite unhinged.
I don't want to shoot. Carl had this in his pocket when we found him.
Oh, damn it, Carl. I know it's a lot to ask, but could I have this photo? I really don't have much to remember him by.
Yes. Sorry, but that's against protocol, okay? But I'm breaking the rules. I'll expect your full cooperation. Return right.
Okay, but I'm breaking the rules. I'll expect your full cooperation in return, all right?
You'll have it. I promise. Thank you.
Mental.
A razor-sharp
I don't think I'm ever gonna need it. Can you tell me about this book?
So tell me what you know about the...
I doubt there are any
So much.
not as
Mine, I guess?
Looks pretty comfy. A bug-out bag. A light... High quality... A long distance... A small... You can never really have too much water stored up.
Okay,
I'm gonna head out now. Don't go too far.
in this condition. Hardly. I'm gonna need plenty of rest.
You have to admit you had it coming. I'll be back later.
you definitely had it coming. You shot me dead. I was so surprised that you shot me. Oh, damn it. Well, lie about her?
Agent England, right on time.
Councilwoman.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it. That word always makes me feel old. Call me Stina.
All right
Okay,
then,
Stina.
Stina. I have some
Call
things
my
to
name.
report.
Always straight to the point. You allergic to small talk, kiddo?
Yeah.
Sorry, been a long day. I just want it to be over.
Well, suck it up. I need to vent. Had an argument with a friend today.
Yeah? What about?
Not important, but we ended up going our separate ways. Isn't it funny how quickly things can change?
I guess.
Yes.
History, trust, respect. Poof. Gone.
A shame, but I see as
A
another
shame, but
cycle.
I see it as a natural cycle of things. People grow apart.
I think it's
Did you know
normal.
that on average, friendships last for 7 years?
Really?
Aren't you the walking encyclopedia?
7 years.
So I wanted to share something else. My augmentations grew stronger this morning. The blue is starting to adapt to my psychology.
Blossoming before my very eyes, are ya? Do tell. What new things can you do?
Shooting laser. Oh, you know this and that.
My vision is improving. I can see much better in darkness and zoom in on distant targets.
Zoom in.
Excellent. Quality recon allows you to engage the bad guys on your own terms. So, how was this recent experience of yours? Quite a ride
Weird.
for a rookie such as yourself, am I right?
I mean, quite considering the blue, prefer to discuss the case now. Kind of, yeah. Maybe you'd like to explain how it works in that.
Kind of, yeah. Maybe you'd like to explain how it works, in depth?
Sure. As the lab coats over at the Bureau have shown time and time again, no one really knows how the hell blue works.
But that's only on a cellular level, right? We still have some data on the bottom line.
Yeah, but I mean, look at it like this. Lady Blue is your best friend. She knows what you want, what you need. A slow
Oh my
but
God.
deliberate beast. She grows stronger with time, but there's no lying to her, and there's no hiding
Oh,
from her.
Jesus.
If you wish to destroy your enemies, she'll give you strength and speed. If you desire knowledge, she'll expand your mind and sharpen your senses.
Ooh.
If you want to connect with others, she'll give you an aura of comfort, honesty, and trust. Simply put, Blue is pure liquid power.
Oh,
Now, let's hear your report. I've heard rumors about quite a grisly spectacle in the recycling center.
Not much. Dead cool. Well, not no dead corpse.
Ebus, huh? Those guys are gonna be a pain to deal with.
Oh my God.
First, they're well armed. Second, they got pull with City Hall. Our beloved mayor recently granted their church embassy status.
Embassy
Wait, what?
status?
So they're out of my jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Not quite. It's one of those legal limbos. Sure, you can force your way in without breaking any laws, but they also have the right to defend themselves from unsanctioned intruders.
That's
Oh,
absurd.
fuck.
In other words, they can gun me down without repercussions.
I wouldn't say that. It's kind of a hassle to dispose of your still warm corpse.
Like this case couldn't get any worse.
You're on a
no.
killing spree.
You're an agent. The creme de la creme of the Central Bureau. Time to act like one. Infiltrate and evade, remember? If you do find evidence that these nut jobs are responsible for the killings, we'll get a diplomatic warrant.
All right. I have to be discreet then, and try to get inside without arousing suspicion.
Bingo. And, well, hope they don't already know who you are. That would make things awkward.
Okay then. I'll get some rest and visit the church in the morning.
Good plan, Agent. Dismissed.
I have a strong feeling that this stuff doesn't really make sense. Assuming that they are apples, they both got a tuck in the front, and both of them had like a problem with it, which basically said they knew the person, or I don't know, they somehow managed to be unexpectedly attacked. So the issue number one is, maybe they knew the person.
The story of Katerina and Carl reminds me so much of what we went through.
Yeah.
Does it?
Similar circumstances, but vastly different outcomes. It's fascinating how just a few variables can change everything.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Indeed. Are our lives nothing but a sum of interconnected parts? Does any meaning attributed to them simply stem from our limited human cognition?
Right.
Most likely. The observer bias seems insurmountable. Even the concept of meaning itself is relative.
It's scary to think about, that it could all be an illusion. Every relationship we had, everything we ever cared about.
It's so
really
well
is.
spoken. But always like, oof.
This can't be healthy.
Definitely is not. He's everything except healthy, my dear. Everything.
There's that feeling again.
New power?
Whoa.
Whoa. I can become invisible? Upon invisibility, touch a tangible object or activate another augmentation will break the effect. Okay.
I'm alone in here. No reason to hide from anybody.
Didn't know that. There's maybe a ghost in here.
Morning, Agent. Dr. Parison asked me to tell you to meet him in the morgue. He's done with the remains from the recycling center.
All right, thanks. I'll go have a look before I pay Epos a visit.
Lovely. I don't believe it's Epos. That's like, assuming that someone is trying to kill you, right? Like
He
this
looks
guy.
sick. I shouldn't bother him.
Like, would you allow it to get in front of you? With a knife and everything. And I don't know. That's everything they
Well,
remains.
Leonard, it's been quite gross working with you.
Super gross.
Hello again. I've got a present for you, Agent.
Is that so?
Is it?
Yep, right here on this tray. If you're a fan of minced meat, I've got a bucket full of Leonard out back, too.
Bucket?
I think I'll pass on that one.
Good choice. The seasoning is subpar, to say the least.
You take your jokes way too far, Doctor. Now, what have you found?
Well, obviously, the poor man was shredded. Fortunately for him, it happened when he was already dead.
Yeah, I came to the same conclusion. Can you tell me anything about the cause of death?
Stab wounds?
Not much with the remains in this state. No signs of toxic substances, but that obviously
So
still leaves
regress
a lot of
trauma.
options open.
Noted. So what's this in front of me?
Oh, yes. I noticed a pattern on Leonard's skin, likely a tattoo. These are all the pieces I could find. Not sure how they fit
Are we making a
together, but I
puzzle
kept
out
them in
of his
case you wanted
body?
to have a look.
All right, I'll check them out.
Okay, wine. Okay. Are you actually making a puzzle? I don't believe it. It kind of reminds me of that Golden Kamuy. Yeah, Golden Kamuy. The symbols seem somehow familiar. It can't be messing up so hard. Well, it's a map. We'll make a puzzle.
Huh. Looks like Leonard had this symbol tattooed on him. I'll copy it to my notebook.
Do you recall anywhere? It looks... I don't recall it. No?
My sketch of...
You notice?
So this is how Leonard's tattoo turned out.
Interesting. What does it mean?
Don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Looks like one of those runes Maya liked to litter the town with.
Oh, wait, that's her doing?
Oh.
Yes. As I understand it, she was a major voice on the building committee.
Huh. I've been wondering where all those symbols came from.
Yeah. Me, personally, I like the aesthetic. I think it gives the town a distinct look.
Definitely. The tattoo doesn't look runic to me, though, but I'll keep your theory in mind. Do you know who Katarina Berg is, the school teacher? She also calls herself Melinda.
I know who she is, but that's about it. She's not a patient.
She's not? Even though you're the only doctor in town.
I wouldn't read too much into it. As far as I know, she's a young, healthy woman, and she moved here just a few years ago. She may not have needed any medical care since her arrival.
What do you know about Leonard?
Polite and well-spoken fellow, judging by the few times I met with him.
All right. What did you meet with him about?
Oh, typically just routine work when someone hurt themselves in the recycling center. Seems like a hazardous workplace. I hear about accidents occurring there almost on a weekly basis.
Are you familiar with the Conduit?
That old terrorist organization. What of it?
Well, have you ever heard about it still being around?
I'm sure the ideology still thrives in places. The lure of artificial intelligence will never be fully diminished.
Right. But you're not aware of anyone being more than a little interested.
If you're asking me, would I report a terrorist if I knew one, the answer is yes. But currently, I don't.
Okay, thanks. What's your opinion on the Free Church of Epos?
I try to steer clear of those people. Any form of superstition, religious or otherwise, is of no interest to me.
Can I go invisible?
That's enough
again?
questions for now.
Okie dokie.
I don't have a reason to go.
It must be someone they know. They wouldn't allow. So, after the murder of Maya, Carl and Melinda were definitely on high alert. Extremely high alert. So it must be someone they knew. I don't believe it's Apples. I strongly believe Apples is just a detour. Oh, it was a flower.
Looks like I was right about the flowers.
Or maybe he changed his mind while he was doing it.
Change of venue?
Yes, this is where the recital will take place later. Great acoustics.
Ah. Can I have a little foretaste?
Very well. The same wind, my dear. The same wind. Shook the walls of Jericho. Dried your tears. No Lee to be found. No trust, nor joy. This fire you were set to guard, and I to rest by its side. Not a whisper to be heard. Let it be known. We're here, all alone.
That was great. I love the ending.
You're too kind.
I know. How do I reach, Oh, I can go up here? Hello? Where am I?
Hi there.
Greetings, and welcome to the Free Church of
Oh,
Epos.
it is the Church of Epos.
If you wish, you can enter our public prayer room to the right for some silent contemplation.
All right, thanks.
Silent
What about the rest of the church?
contemplation?
The other areas are off limits to non-members.
I have official police business, though. Special Agent England.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you pass. You're gonna need papers. This is a diplomatic sanctuary.
There's no time for that. I'm trying to solve a triple homicide.
I'm sorry to hear that, ma'am, but I can assure you that there are no murderers here. I'd suggest you take this up with your superior.
Well,
There's no time
shit.
to mess around with paperwork. I'll need to take things into my own hands.
I knew I'd say that.
Looks like some kind of public prayer room or chapel. I'd guess those are members of the church. I don't recognize any of them.
Birds. Can I go
I
invisible?
need to get out of sight first.
Now I can get in. Logo. The fuck is going on? If I interact with
Thou
this-
shalt have no other gods before me. Exodus 23. Suppose it wouldn't be a church without a Bible quote or two.
Yes,
Sturdy-looking filing cabinet.
yes it is.
An armed guard. If he notices me, I'm likely in big trouble.
So I'm not going there, I guess. I can't interact with things since I'm invisible. Save the deposit.
A bunch of storage boxes with initials on them. Several of the initials match people I know, but
Really?
it could be a coincidence. If I had reason to believe one of them was Epos, it might be a good idea to come back here.
Should I sign and write it down?
Yeah, that might work as a distraction for the guard outside. I need to be sure that I don't have a reason to return to this room, though.
Thank you.
Some kind of assembly hall with plenty of people inside. I should stay clear.
Assembly hall. Do I have to do anything with, I don't know, this?
That combination.
I need to walk.
That action. Yeah,
Oh, right, let's try this key.
I guess I could, but I have no reason to believe that Leonard has used one of these lockers.
Why not test it out and see if you find one? Can I go inside? Or will I shoot you?
We've
Oh,
got
yeah.
an intruder!
Or shoot me?
Looks like a timeline of how the EPOS seal has changed over the years.
It's like looking at a Google logo. Lol. It's the regional logo. Oh my god, it
The
is.
third version of the EPOS logo, designed about 15 years ago.
It's the same as this one.
No way. It's the tattoo design. That must mean Leonard is a member of EPOS. Or, well, he was, at some point at least.
So Leonard was a member of EPOS, so Leonard was killed.
I'll
So
get rid of
it's
the
definitely
sketch,
not
now
someone
that I've
from
identified the
EPOS.
symbol.
Then. At least I believe it. I believe so.
Got a written piece of paper.
That's it? That's everything you got.
Grandmaster Otto, if you are reading this, it means that I have failed. I'm
Wow.
sorry, but I didn't want to involve the church unless absolutely necessary. My brother has some things for you. They will be self-explanatory. I told him to only give them up to the person who repeats the famous quote from my favorite book. I'm sure you remember. Blessings from Leonard, your most humble and loyal servant. Seems like Leonard was up to something shady.
Well, yeah.
I'll have to find his brother and figure out what the quote is.
Okay, he has a quote and a book. If there's anything else I need in here? I don't think so.
All right, let's see if this works.
Patience.
What the heck?
That should keep him busy for a while.
A few minutes. Can I go into this room, actually?
Some kind of metal workshop, with a few men working on what looks like construction materials. The room is a dead end, so I'll avoid it.
Oh, that was easy, I guess.
Locked. Damn.
It's locked? Like,
Ugh, still won't budge.
knife?
I don't see.
God.
I don't want to shoot that. Grandmaster, I'm sorry. I told Blessing. I should stay away while the guard is in there. I don't see any... A ventilation panel. Ugh, it's stuck.
You're serious?
All right, it's loose now.
Alright, now it's fine.
The hell is that noise?
Shit.
We've got an intruder!
Oh, I wait them doing the construction. Okay, makes sense. A bit cheeky, I may say, but it's been fun so far.
6 new members over the last month. The Bacarbo parish is also doing better now.
They managed to resolve their financial difficulties?
Oh yes, Elsa is doing great work there. Sending her on our behalf was the right call. That brings us to the subject of these horrid murders.
Okay.
Vile acts, for certain. I pray that the church will stay clear of any blame.
Why shouldn't it? We had nothing to do with those atrocities.
I know that, old friend. But surely our enemies will not ignore an opportunity like this.
I suppose so. Our violent past coming back to haunt us.
Definitely.
Sadly, the fact that one of our people was victimized will inevitably draw eyes upon the church.
Yes. Maybe it's in our best interest to invite the police as a gesture of good faith.
It would certainly show them that we have nothing to hide.
Very well. Let's bring the subject to a vote at the council tonight.
Nothing to hide, huh? Well, that was easy.
At the very least, it seems like the church leadership didn't sanction the murders. I'll wait a bit and see if they leave.
Okay, let's get in.
I'm alone in here. No reason to hide from anybody.
Yeah, but still, if I was in a stealth mission, I still would love to be invisible. Don't you think so?
Administrative paperwork. I don't think it's safe to go back that way. Wow, that's... wow.
So you're saying that this axis is better than the other way?
Welcome, visitor.
Oh,
hello? Oh, you were
Special
hiding?
Agent, Violent Crimes Central Bureau.
Oh, I remember him.
Oh, it's you again. The man from the train.
Indeed. I never forget a face, but I'm afraid I didn't catch your name.
It's Agent England.
Ah, I am Vilgut. I assume you are aware of our legal status.
Very aware
Yes,
of it.
I've been informed. But tell me this. If you had nothing to hide, why would you invoke said legal status?
Yeah.
A church needn't have things to hide to be protective of its privacy. But to prove you wrong, I'll answer any questions you might have.
Okay,
All right. I'll take you up on that.
That was weirdly easy. I feel a little bit, huh?
What do you know about the murder in the workshop hall?
Not much at all. Only that a carpenter was brutally killed there in the night.
Okay, fair enough.
What do you know about the murder in the museum?
Only what my fellow church members have told me. That Maya Strand was stabbed to death by a mysterious killer.
Okay.
What's your take on the conduit?
Oh, those heretics? Haven't heard anything of them in many years. As far as I know, they are firmly confined to the ash heap of history by now.
Some might
Which I
argue
agree.
with that. Your church has a violent past with them, hasn't it?
There's no denying that. We fought many battles with their kind in the youth of our movement.
And now?
Don't be absurd. They are practically
Yeah,
eradicated.
exactly.
And we have been a peaceful group for decades.
What do you think about their teachings then?
Certainly dangerous doctrines if left unchecked. The conduit believes humans will create God in their image, instead of the other way around. In their folly, they
Fascinating.
forget that humans are flawed, and that their creations will inevitably inherit those flaws. The false
Fascinating.
God they aspire to create may demand sacrifices they're not prepared for.
So Leonard Dahl, one of your members, was killed yesterday.
I had a feeling your inquiry would lead us to him.
Definitely.
Can you think of anyone who would want him dead?
No, he was a loyal member of the church for many years. Kind of a loner, but always helpful and polite. He did have a strangeness to him, though. A look in his eyes like he was stuck in perpetual contemplation.
Doesn't help.
It seemed as if he was constantly on the verge of, but never quite able to reach, some sort of profound revelation.
Any hint of a violent side to him?
No. To my knowledge, Leonard never committed any violence, nor did he
I think he
express
was on
any
a
desire
mission.
to do so.
The sort of mission. Wonder if it was.
Do you know what kinds of books Leonard liked to read?
One book he borrowed frequently was The Kingdom of God is Within You. In fact, it still hasn't been returned. It should be among his estate.
Would you be able to say if he had any favorite quotes from that book?
No, you should ask someone who spent more time with him.
Okay.
Fine, I'll do that. What kind of book is it anyway?
It's about non-violence, to summarize.
Got it. Thanks.
Very generic description. It's about peace.
This church, EPOS, what are your teachings?
At our core, we are an Orthodox Christian church.
Orthodox
we believe in the one true God and his only Son, Jesus Christ.
And what sets your group apart from other Christians?
Yeah.
Two things. The reverence of the essential humanity in each and every one of us, and our stalwart opposition to false idols. Prior to the collapse, the great flood of our time, we arose as a reaction to the disgraceful habits of that era. The widespread worship of anything and everything but God. Wealth, fame, mindless pleasure.
I think we're still
the sickening mutilation of our bodies to the point where some were more machine than human. And the worst of all, the pursuit of AI superintelligences. False gods that humans aspired to construct for themselves. We oppose it all for the glory of our Creator and the salvation in our future.
And how do you go about preventing people from worshipping these false gods?
Not by violence, if that's what you're implying. Such things belong to the past.
So it's just a coincidence that the only armed man I've seen in Nordson was right behind your doors?
Sadly, the world is still in a state where men with guns are a necessary evil. However, no laws have been broken. We have every right to bear arms.
I mean, 3 people got killed and one of their members, so an attacker wouldn't be unreasonable.
Do you know who Leonard Dahl's brother is?
I believe his name is Rolf. Quite a shady character, if you ask me.
Oh, the
Rolf?
gardener, right?
Yes, that's him.
Fascinating, interesting.
What can you tell me about Rolf?
Not my favorite person. He mocked the Lord when I first met him, and I don't take kindly to that sort of behavior.
What do you know about Carl Oscarson?
I must confess I didn't even know his name before I heard he was a murder victim.
Do you know who Katarina Berg is, the school teacher? She also calls herself Melinda.
I believe I've seen her around town with the school children, but I don't know much about her.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
He's no member of the church, but he's a fine man blessed with strong Christian morals. Compassionate, forgiving, and open-minded. I was good friends with his late father, and I'm glad to see that his son followed in his footsteps.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth?
Cunning woman, that one. And she's been a thorn in our side ever since she joined the town council.
Yeah? How so?
She has a penchant for political obstruction. Things like hindering our building permits or imposing unreasonable restrictions on our street preaching.
Why do you think she's been acting that way?
If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say she has some kind of grudge. Some Christian out there must have greatly angered her at some point.
Probably.
What do you think of Walter?
I don't know him well, but he seems like the kind of man who plays the part of the clown to hide a deep wound.
I agree with that statement.
What's your opinion on Maya Strand?
She was my polar opposite in almost every way. But I enjoyed the occasional late-night chess game with her in the canteen. It's fascinating how trivial activities like board games can bring such different people together. Goes without saying that I was as shocked and appalled as anyone when I learned of what happened to her.
What's your opinion on Dr. Pearson?
So
he and I have quite different takes on life and death, to put it lightly. But alas, a man of my age needs to see a physician regularly to keep the Grim Reaper at bay. So I grit my teeth and endure half an hour of his morbid humor for the sake of my health.
Sure it is. So he probably didn't know Maya was part of the convent.
What do you think of Gabriel?
Sense.
Kurt's nephew. We only met briefly a few times.
Fair enough.
That's all, for now.
Understood. I'll be here if you have more inquiries.
Yeah, about this note.
I'll keep it to myself. I don't want the church to know too much about the case.
Okay, damn it. I wanted to know about who was Otto.
Recognize this?
I do. Read it even many years ago.
Know thy enemy?
Something like that.
Huh.
That's evident.
Murder weapon.
I don't want to share that with him.
But I want.
I don't think he...
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, after this long discussion with our fellow Vilgots, we're gonna end the episode right now, right here. Hopefully we can get more answer from Rolf. Maybe his favorite quote from his brother Skin. But still a little bit worried. A little bit confused. And yeah, let's see what is going on, okay? In the next episode. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a lovely day and go lovely bye.